80s haircut, the mullet was a thing of the past. Think again.
Yeah, over in Australia, the business in the front, party in the back hairstyle has become so popular, it even has its own festival.
Do you know what? That really suits you. It really, really does suit you a lot. Do you like it?
I actually quite like it.
It actually looks like normal. I love it. Well, listen, it's all about our next guest, Laura Johnson, who joins us now from New South Wales, Australia. Hi there, Laura. How are you?
Good morning, Laura.
Hello, lovely ladies. Welcome to MulletFest. It is all happening here in sunny downtown Kurri Kurri. We're a little bit excited, though, because it's breakfast time for you guys, but it's Friday night. The beers are flowing. We are getting ready for MulletFest and ready for a party in the back.
Oh, we're so disappointed we're not actually there with you. But, Laura, just take us back to when all this started. It started in 2018, when you was really worried about your hometown, wasn't you? Tell us about that.
Absolutely. So back in 2018, we had a generational job provider that closed down. Times were tough. The town was doing it tough. Everybody kind of really needed a pick-me-up. And some girlfriends and I were trying to brainstorm to find something that we could create a tourism injection into our town. And my girlfriend Sarah actually went to a football game and she thought, I wonder if boys compare their mullets. It was a really simple statement. It was part of our brainstorm. And at the time, my response was, well, look, if no one else competes, my husband and my father-in-law both have mullets. We'll have a competition of two and we'll have a laugh. It'll be great. And obviously then, you know, this idea was born where mullets, you know, have now taken on a life of their own. And just like the hair, our festival has grown and grown and grown. And it's just wonderful. Like, it's really wonderful to think that something that started from such a small little idea has really created a tourism injection to our town. Clearly, it's put us on the international map. And now we're able to take MulletFest on tour around Australia and share that same passion and that same community spirit and real Australian camaraderie around our great nation and, you know, hopefully eventually internationally.
Oh, but that sounds great. But Laura, your husband, he's always had a mullet, is that right?
Yes, yeah. So he and his dad have always had mullets. So back in 2018 when we started, you really had to be like a die-hard mullet lover, you know? There was no time to grow it. There was no time to get ready for it. You either were or you weren't. And it was phenomenal, so successful. Now people ring and they're like, oh, you know, the mullet is really back. What do you have to say about that? And I always say, well, you're welcome, because I feel like we brought it back.
Have you always found it attractive? Have you always...
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way. Not even a little bit. So I'm a hairdresser by trade and I started my apprenticeship in the mid-90s, and the 90s hated the 80s, right? So in the 90s, there was no mullets. We were not cutting mullets. We didn't like mullets. They were terrible. And so that was where my career started. And I can remember the first time, JJ and I had been mates for about 6 months, and I thought he was pretty all right, but I'd never ever seen him with the hat off. And then I saw him, like, he took his hat off and I went, oh God, I'm gonna need a minute to get my little head around this. And, you know, now I can't imagine it any other way. And obviously the children have mullets, and even I have a mullet now. A couple of years ago, one of our sponsors really put me in my place and said, you're raising all this money for the Mark Hughes Foundation and you don't even have a mullet, so what's it going to take? And they raised $5,000 back in 2020, and of course, how can you say no to that? It's money towards brain cancer. It's such a good cause, and so ever since I've been sporting a mullet too, so now it's literally a family affair.
Tell us about MulletFest and what it entails. Like, could I just rock up and have a mullet cut into my hair if I wanted to, Laura?
Look, if for you, absolutely. For anyone else, we expect you to be prepared in advance. It's really funny, actually. When you enter MulletFest, it's all online, it's through our website, and you have to actually submit photos because we want to check that you genuinely wear a mullet and it's not, you know, some kind of cheeky hair extension or, you know, it's just long or whatever. So you've got to be a bona fide mullet. And so we check that out with a photo, and At Summer Nats this year, we had this lovely young fella, heart of gold, about early 20s, and he popped up on stage and he just had long hair. So we made him sit down and I cut his hair into a mullet on the stage while we set the hat around, and we raised an extra $500 for the Mark Hughes Foundation. It was great.
So, Laura, I would not get in with my mullet wig.
No. Well, I would let you on the stage, but I feel like the judges might disqualify you.
So what can people actually win? What can they win? What can they get for you know, winning the mullet of the year?
Look, absolutely nothing. Like, no, not absolutely nothing. I keep telling people it's absolutely nothing because we win it for the glory. So our prizes, depending on where our heats are this year, different venues and different local sponsors have put up different prizes. But generally speaking, you do it for the glory. This trophy that I'm holding right here, this is the best mullet of them all. So it goes to the winner of all the winners at the grand final, and the glory that you get, Australian glory, we're going to pour your drink into it and you're going to be able to scull out of the cup. Like, that's a prize in itself. So you don't win a car, you don't win $1 million. We give everything to charity, but you get to have a little drink out of this bad boy and be the mullet hero of Australia. It's amazing.
Well, Laura, you have inspired us all here in the studio. Obviously, you've inspired Josie, but you've also inspired our crew, who have literally all cut in their mullets. They're looking absolutely beautiful. There they are. There's loads of people. All the crew have got their mullets. Even Dr. Scott has got a mullet, and he's donned it. So thank you for inspiring us.
I feel like I need to introduce you to our judges so that we can, like, really give you an out-and-out Australian score for your fabulous mullets over there.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, you are raising a lot of money for charity, the Mark Hughes Foundation. And also, if you want to get involved, all you need to do is, where do they need to go, Laura?
So www.mulletfest.com.au. Have a little hunt through our website there. When you want to register, just choose I haven't decided yet, and we're going to put you into the international category. So international is all online. We actually have a guy, Bavo's come all the way from Belgium. He's here in Curry right now
well,
to compete. He was so excited.
Laura.
He didn't wait for it to be
Absolutely amazing.
online.
I want to go to MulletFest.
You can go. You can go. You're ready, babes. You're ready.
You need to come to MulletFest. Book your ticket.
We're going to do it. Thank you so much, Laura, and love to everyone in the background. Bye. Bye-bye. Still
Thank
to
you.
come.
Wave, everyone.
Oh, bless her. She's still going. She's still going. Oh.